Hi, What's Fam? Welcome back to another episode of The Secret Diary of My Ex. If you are new here, my name is Ohima. I bring interesting stories. So if you like interesting stories, let's be friends. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and click on the notification bell so that as soon as I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to be informed. The story for today, I'm itching to tell you guys. So let's get right into today's story. I was about to marry her until I found out that she was a monster. Let's call her Sandra. I met Sandra at a blood donation drive in Cape Coast. She was wearing her scraps, giving instructions, and smiling like an angel. We talked, exchanged numbers, and in just 2 weeks, we were dating. Sandra wasn't just beautiful, she was spiritual, thoughtful. She treated my sick mother like her own. We laughed together, fasted together, slept in the same room, but stayed celibate. She made me feel like I had finally found peace. On her birthday, I proposed. She cried and said yes. Our family celebrated. Her mom hugged me like I was her own son. Someone said, "You are lucky. And nurse, you've won." But Ohima, what I didn't know. Sandra worked at a private clinic. She had a lot of emergency night shifts. She would come home tired, carrying baby clothes or bottles. She said they were for orphanage donations. I didn't question it. One day, I visited her clinic with food and they all knew that she was my fiancée. A janitor pulled me aside. He looked at me and said, "You dey marry Nurse Sandra?" I said yes. He just shook his head slowly and whispered, "Some babies know they reach their mothers." Hey. Then he walked away. His words haunted me. I started watching her differently, asking subtle questions. "Sandra, what happens to the babies when they die?" She replied quickly, "We write a report and move on." Why do you ask? Her hands were shaking. I created a fake account and joined a group where young mothers shared their birth stories on Facebook. One post hit me like a truck. I delivered at so and so clinic and they said my baby died. But I never saw the body. It was Sandra's clinic. Sandra forgot her work diary at home. Curiosity dragged me in. I opened it and saw columns of names, birth weights, and amount. Like 12,000 Ghana cedis, 18,500 Ghana cedis, 25,000 Ghana cedis. For babies? I went back to the clinic to ask the janitor again. I waited outside the clinic. He came out for his break. I said, "Please, I need to know the truth." He said, "They sell babies who survive, mostly teenage girls and poor women. Sandra engages it. You think she became rich from salary?" I couldn't breathe. Back home, I checked the diary again and I saw a name, Angel, and it said born 3.1 pounds. The status was stillborn. Amount 21,000 Ghana cedis. Stillborn or stolen? She said she had another night shift. I followed her from a distance. She entered the clinic at 11:27 p.m. Came out at 3:42 a.m. holding a duffel bag and a baby blanket. A black Toyota picked her up. I took pictures of her. A week later, I walked into the clinic pretending I needed prenatal care for my sister. A midwife whispered, "You are Sandra's fiancée? Ask her about baby Angel." That's all that I'll say. I waited until Sunday. We had dinner. I placed the diary and the Facebook post and the photo of the car on the table. She froze. I asked, "What are you doing with these babies?" She said nothing, then whispered, "If I don't do it, someone else will." She said she started this because her friend needed money for cancer treatment. Then she said it became a routine. She cried. She swore she still loved me. But I looked at her and I saw a stranger. I called off the wedding. I told both families about what she has been doing. Her mother wept. My father nearly collapsed. I didn't give details. I just said she's not who we think she is. And then the threats began. That same night, I got a message. "Be careful. how you talk. You don't know who is involved. Unknown numbers started calling me. One said, "You did dig your own grave." Then I went to the police. They laughed. "So you think she's selling babies based on Facebook posts?" They asked if I had real proof, and I felt humiliated. I went in silence. I moved out. I didn't speak to anyone. Weeks later, a brown envelope showed up at my gate. Inside was a photo of a baby in a white blanket. On the back, it said, "Baby Angel, now named Zara, London." Sandra is still smiling on WhatsApp. I'll watch her status and then it will read, "God is my strength." She still works at the clinic, still smiles in the church, still greets elders and the neighbors like an angel. One day, I'll drop everything that I have saved, the diary, the photos, a DNA test and the proof. Not now, but soon. I lost my faith for a while. I stopped praying, stopped believing in good people. How can someone sell newborns and sleep soundly? Ask again. Newborn babies. I think I'm slowly healing. I write out my thoughts and I volunteer at an orphanage in a secret just to feel like I'm undoing some of the evil. Sometimes I dream of babies crying and sometimes I hear Sandra whispering, "If I didn't do it, someone else would." Watch who you marry. Some demons wear scraps. Some monsters hold babies like angels. Not everyone deserves your forever. I almost married a monster. Wow. It's like these things are happening. This is not like the first story I've heard of people selling babies in hospitals. It's just sad. Really sad. I don't know if you've encountered this or if you've heard a story about something like this, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm proud of this man for not keeping quiet and standing up for the truth and then leaving her too, because how can she be pretending like she's a good person and doing this in secret? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching. And my hair is a crochet human hair by QVR Hair. Until I see you in the next video, bye.